Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion's Runs. That sounds like me talking to my proctologist. But in any case, in the Binding of Isaac, we are just going to do another vanilla run today. Again, we're palate cleansing. And we're going to be playing as SAMSON, which might leave a bad taste in my mouth, but hopefully not as bad as the taste I left in your mother's mouth last night. I don't know why I go straight to my Danko Jones voice for that. I don't know why I referenced Danko Jones when I'm pretty sure nobody, maybe even myself included, is going to get it. He was a Canadian sex rocker, popular in the early 2000s, who had a funny voice and always sang about things that were just a little edgy, you know? He'd sing about things like lust and, you know, drinking and stuff like that, but in a, you know, anyway, whatever. Danko Jones, it's probably the most press he's had in like 2 years. Or maybe he's doing alright for himself, I have no idea. Mr. Danko, if you're out there, I don't mean to make you... Oh, I probably should not have taken the rosary. I traded 3 spirit hearts for essentially getting a Bible in every single shop, but hopefully it works out for us. Who knows, maybe we want to get the Bible. But yes, Mr. Jones, if that is even your real name. I believe your first name's Danko, but Jones, come on, man. You know, if you're watching this, feel free. We can link up on something. I'll get Flula on. We can do a Flula, Northernlion, Danko Jones cover of maybe Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles. You know, we'll pool our savings together and we'll buy the rights off of whoever bought the rights off of Michael Jackson. Unless his estate still owns it. What are we even talking about, man? JJ, what am I doing here, etc., etc. It's been a while since I made that reference, actually. We're going to destroy Monstro here. This is the worst Monstro for us to be fighting, actually, because it started with a couple of flies, but it is not summoned anymore, which is a problem because our damage, you know, as Samson, is not particularly strong when we first get started, but it gets better the more enemies we kill, obviously, as a product of Bloody Lust, aka Rage, or perhaps vice versa was the best way to explain that. But in any case, he should be dead here. We will pick up HP upgrade, hopefully. Squeezy is kind of an HP upgrade. And actually, we're presenting a very interesting situation here. And that is, you know, maybe we end up getting Guppy's Paw. Well, Guppy's Paw wouldn't be that good. Maybe we end up getting a one-heart deal with the devil in the next run, or next floor, and then we just end up going straight into, you know, permanent Spirit Hearts and hoping for the Polaroid or the Whore of Babylon to show up at some point. Item room contains Brother Bobby. You know what? Solid pickup on the second floor. Does he scale well into the late game? Fuck, man. Why are you asking me all these questions, you nerd? I don't know. I just play video games. I'm sorry. That was a little bit crass. I actually don't know. But I like having Brother Bobby by my side, especially, you know, as a character who, you know, his base damage maybe is not as much as I might like. Sadly, I have no bombs with which to access that key, nor do I have the ability to levitate like David Blaine or fly like David Blaine wishes he could. Sorry, that there was nowhere for that joke to go, except downwards, I guess, which is ironic, I guess, given that it was about ascending to the heavens. So far, so good, though. We got nickels, we got dimes, we got tons and tons of times. If we could just get some bombs, though, I would be a lot happier, because we are missing 2 Tinted Rocks so far. And, you know, obviously this fire concerns me, but we should be getting to the boss room. Maybe right now. It always feels weird when you start a tangent like that, and then immediately get to the boss room right afterwards. So, what do I want to get out of this pill? Health upgrade or tears upgrade would be, I guess, ideal. Or, you know, again, we could go super ballsy and maybe pick up something like a Balls of Steel. That was an unintentional, you know, kind of fitting reference there. But if we get Balls of Steel, then we take a deal with the devil and things get weird. Well, it's going to be Tears Down, which is literally antipodal to what I had asked for earlier. But, you know, again, it's going to be an interesting fight because it is yet another enemy that sadly we cannot gain any traction fighting. But Brother Bobby should compensate for that slightly. And, of course, there is always the chance, as you just saw right there, that Pin hits itself and ends up being its own unsung hero, if you will. I think we have a very good chance of getting a deal with the devil here, so I kind of want an HP upgrade just for insurance that we'd be able to take something, or anything, I guess. But, you know, 1 heart is sometimes possible as well. We get a speed upgrade. Game's laughing at me behind its back right now. And, of course, 2 Guppy items, which would be, you know, unlikely to be good at this point. 9 lives might be interesting, but good, I would never go that far. So, we're going to examine a little bit more. I don't need money. I don't need, I need everything else. I don't need money. I need stats. I need bombs. I need keys. Oh, man. Okay, I've got to try to kill this guy. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to rotate ourselves around here. I'm going to try to kill this guy next to this Tinted Rock. And, of course, I didn't hit him at all. Okay, so that should get him primed, Don't Wake Daddy style, to blow up right... Oh, it still did it, and it worked. Okay, so we get the small rock. That's really good, actually. The speed downgrade is meaningless because I got a speed upgrade very recently. But the damage is huge, and I'm glad I took the time to backtrack. That's something I should be saying all the time, but I'm really glad I took the time to backtrack, because now we're going to get a bunch of bombs, presumably from this mini-boss fight, and these bombs will be very useful in opening up those tinted rocks that were there otherwise, and we can make some good stuff happen here. You know, there's the potential for keys, there's a potential for shit like just regular golden chests as well, which would be terrible, but, you know, we've got some options here. Spirit hearts are good, bombs are good, you know, anytime we can basically turn a profit by just, knocking off these tinted rocks is fine by me, and so far this floor is not, well, there's an opportunity to trade a bomb for a key, which seems solid. We'll save that key for the next floor, unless I manage to get a lot of money, and I thought there was one more tinted rock that I had missed. Let's backtrack here and make sure that I'm not making a huge mistake. Maybe it's in this room, perhaps? It is, okay, good. So that's going to be our last bomb. Hopefully we get some bombs out of it. No, we just get 2 spirit hearts. This is a very interesting run, because no health, but tons of health. Water everywhere, not a drop to drink, apparently. We're going to go down to this next floor, so I'm going to take a second to rehydrate. And I will see you literally right now. Caves XL is going to be good, provided we can actually manage to pick up... Oh, this is going to be really good, actually. We're actually getting that Red Rage, which sounds like a sweet, like, Dio song or something like that. But we're getting this Red Rage after only 2 enemies killed, which is good for us. Just an indicator. It doesn't necessarily change how we play, but it's an indicator of the fact that we're getting stronger at a proportionally, well, I guess we're not getting stronger at a proportionally quicker rate, but we're getting stronger faster, as you might expect, given the you know, items at our disposal. Do we have a range upgrade? Did we pick up a range upgrade at some point? Do we have anybody in the house? Is there a doctor on the plane? We've had a medical emergency. $500, anyone? $500 going once, going twice? I don't know. It went from auctioneer to flight attendant to just random insanity. It's the only thing separating me from someone in an asylum right now is that I know that I'm a little bit crazy, and as such can put on a thin veneer of sanity when the time calls for it. But the rest of the time, it's totally just pure off the rails, negative inhibitions. But in any case, let's continue moving our way down here. Otherwise, the goblins will get us. No, but down here, hopefully we'll come across our item room. We actually came across a dead end, which is fine by me, you know? Actually, it might seem like, even the Northernlion, are you okay? It seems like you're being a little bit manic about this. No, in actuality, it's fine because, you know, Caves XL, big-ish floor, but this does mean that the item room and the shop should probably be pretty much right next to each other. Doesn't necessarily mean we're gonna have to spend less keys to use them, but or to go there. To both of them, but, you know, it at least saves us a little bit of time. It concentrates the positivity, shall we say. Because it's like, oh, I got this item, and I got this item too. It's like having, you know, your birthday and Christmas so close together. I mean, you know, there's negative factors there. Maybe you end up getting less presents net. But those 2 days, man, that's a bit more special 2-day block than many people on Earth have. You know, except for, of course, obscenely rich people who live every day, perhaps. Like, it's not all obscenely rich people. I shouldn't go ahead. That makes you sound like that meme with a disillusioned college liberal girl or whatever. Anyway, I was just adding some flavor text essentially to this. It was not content essential. Anyway, let's blow up these human popcorns as we have already done, and then continue moving onwards. There is our, oh man, that is a good haul for a single bomb, and that is an awesome upgrade. The HP upgrade outside of a boss room is pretty rare, so I'm psyched to get that, and I'm also psyched to, you know, pick up 17 cents here, especially since we got that other key, which is going to make it totally possible for me. That was a weird room there, but it's going to make it totally possible for me to go to the shop. And you know what? Trading another bomb for another key, it might be short-sighted because there's a possibility of getting a tinted rock at any point. We have 2... I totally forgot that we're on an XL floor, so we have 2 item rooms, actually. So I needed to get that key regardless. So never mind. I was going to say, you know, maybe the tinted rock would be more valuable. But I actually feel, in this case, that that was the right decision. Basically regardless, unless we get a terrible item from our item room or our shop. But anyway... so far so good. We picked up Mom's Pearl there, which I believe gives us a higher percentage chance of Spirit Hearts dropping. Seems, again, fitting, considering this is being recorded on Mother's Day 2011. Wouldn't that fuck you up right now? If it turned out like that was the twist ending, like I just recorded 500 episodes of Isaac 2 months before the game actually came out. That's probably mathematically impossible. You know, I haven't actually done the math. It's weird. You almost never see this enemy, so I feel like it's like seeing a vagrant in Dark Souls every time one shows up. But yes. Why don't we fight... No, you know what? It doesn't matter. We don't have any spacebar item that we're trying to charge up, so we might as well just leave here, and hopefully we'll be able to get some good stuff happening here in the last item room in the shop, which are probably not down here, but I'm going to check down here regardless. You know what? Now they actually might be, because I'm realizing you know, sometimes items or sometimes rooms do go off the map in Isaac for reasons that are probably beyond me, but it made sense to the creators of the game. Perhaps with the limitations given by the creation tools that were used. Anyway, that is a nonsensical way of saying Flash, right? Bitches be crazy. We're going to go up to the right side here, and then we're going to fight a couple of bosses. So, you know, with one item room and one shop remaining, I'm really hoping we get some good assets here. We could take any spacebar item. We are essentially a tofu of space right now. We will take on the flavor of whatever items the game chooses to give us, and that will in turn flavor the run. Flavor my runs with a little KFC Original Crispy. You can tell I'm a poser, man, because I don't think Original Crispy is actually there's original recipe and then extra crispy, which implies that the original recipe is a little bit crispy, so maybe I'm not totally in the wrong there. If someone should do like a scatter plot, it wouldn't really work, it wouldn't really make sense because we're not dealing with numbers, but of the content and the jump in subjects that are discussed in like a typical Isaac episode, because I feel like in episode 1 it was like 90% Isaac, 10%, this is my first episode, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Whereas in like these later episodes, it just is all over the board, man, in a very positive way, I feel, but in a way that has got to be kind of daunting and, you know, portrait of the mind of a killer or something for others. Anyway, I feel like this is a dead end, but we might as well go down here anyway just to simplify the situation. Saving our unicorn horn for the boss rooms, and I hope we can get a like a blue candle or something like that, because I can't be trusted to use the unicorn horn efficiently. Instead, I will probably not use it nearly enough and end up getting killed as a result. So, oh, I'm fast enough, I'm strong enough, and goddamn it, people like me, Troll Bomb. You have no chance to hit me. This is my least favorite room and my favorite room, because it's so easy to kill them all, but at the same time, that rock in front of you always F's me up. So this should be the shop, and indeed it is. Now we'll just kill the we'll kill the double flies, the doubles, I believe they like to be called. Hello, excuse me, sir. I'm French. It is not double. I am the double. I don't know why I took on Jay Smith there. Pill is bad gas. Basically a tofuic pill of its own. Tofuic, by the way. Don't even look it up. It's definitely a word. Let's make our way down here to the far left side. And again, I'm going to hydrate because this is a long walk, and you know, it's a long walk for someone with nothing to think about, shall we say. So, got two bosses here. What's my ideal circumstance? I would say we fight the Fallen first, so that I have a good excuse to use the unicorn horn. And then after that, we fight anyone but Famine. The Fallen, so we can get a great item, and anyone but Famine, so that we don't end up saddled with, you know, one or two boss rooms that have essentially just given us a single familiar. That's my ideal setup here. We'll probably get Pestilence first. Sorry, I didn't mean to say Famine, if that was indeed the case. And this is an interesting situation, because Unicorn Horn is probably going to be really valuable in not getting hit on this room, but it's a prisoner's dilemma to a certain extent, because you never know what the enemy's holding back. Maybe they have some really good items, or a really good boss that's about to find me. Maybe I'm about to go up against, you know, Peep or something, who would probably be a more valuable choice for me to use Unicorn Horn against. And in fact, as we get closer and closer, as we simplify this fight, I'm realizing that we're not going to use the Unicorn here, but oh, that was real close. But yeah, it was an interesting situation nonetheless. Now, I'm really hoping we get to deal with the devil after the next room, because we have enough health to burn. And of course, we get Pestilence next. Alright, Pestilence, I'm going to horn fuck you here. Which is really the way I think that people do it in general most of the time. If you haven't horn fucked, you're missing out, man. Right now, I just got 28 bronies just followed me on Twitter. I apologize. Alright, single cube of meat. Down to the next floor. Sadly, no deal with the devil. I felt like I earned it on that floor. I might be mistaken, but I felt like that went pretty well. And we are going to be dealing with Necropolis here. I think we're strong enough to get through Necropolis, but we're not well overpowered. We're not as overpowered as we need to be to make some seriously great stuff happen here. Keep in mind, Mom's Pearl is going to end up leaving us fairly short. Oh, the habit is actually so solid here. So we have a big... Oh, that was so bad. But we have a big floor ahead of us. You know, little people, big floor. So we should try to get 2 cents, and if we do, we get the Nun's Habit. Nun's Habit, Battery, Unicorn Horn. Could be worse, man. It's not great. I would prefer like a Book of Revelations, especially since Cubes of Meat would benefit us at this point. Might as well go all in on that venture, but... yeah, I feel like that would give us a good shot. Another thing that might be interesting that I'd like to try out if we get the chance is Nun's Habit, Book of or Nun's Habit's Battery, Book of Shadows. But I think we've done that or something similar to it once before, but it's been a while and I'd like to give it another shot. But anyway, you know what? Might as well start popping this. I'm trying to remember that I have the battery. I had the battery last time and didn't use it enough, and that may have been one of the things that ended up getting me killed for the most part. Are you serious that, you know, this is worth a bomb and a key, but do I not have the battery? No, I bought the battery. How did I only end up getting 1 charge on that room? It must be because I'm an idiot. There's an unsabot done for us, by the way, but it must be because I'm an idiot and I left the room before Unicorn Horn was done murking those dudes, so... Or maybe it's because it only charges once every 6 rooms anyway? I don't know, man. I guess I'm trying to think of the 9 volts. Maybe I had the 9 volt last time. Sure, let's move up and to the right again. Spacebar item is super powered, but it's not the best spacebar item. If we could replace that with a game kit, I feel, you know, 10% stronger. If we could replace it with a, I was going to say a blue candle, but that's one of the few items that would actually not benefit. Perhaps the only item. Are there any other spacebar items that recharge within a single room? Like Tammy's head, obviously, is not one of them. Now I should just kind of stand still. No, it is only one. Okay, that's fine. I don't know. I feel like the numbers don't necessarily work out to make this a great choice either, but we're doing fine. Necropolis is a hard floor, man. When I take damage here, keep that in mind at all times, that this is not an easy floor. Now we have this is a kind of a philosophical moment here. It's like, do you prefer money? I thought I was going to make it. It's like, do you prefer money or do you prefer health? Most of the time, I prefer health. So I think I'm going to go for that Spirit Heart, but I'm not going to go for it yet, because you never know if I might end up just squandering it, essentially. So we are going to backtrack, go to the item room. If I didn't, I would be a big dum-dum poo-poo head, because we're still not even close to where we need to be late game. Getting through to Mom, if we had 3 hearts left only and no Spirit Hearts, I think we could kill Mom and, you know, have a nice little picnic with the rest of our family and be like, ding dong, the witch is dead. But sadly, with the items that we have right now, I don't think we're at that point yet. A single sweet-ass damage upgrade is at the top of my Christmas list right now. Whether or not it's going to happen is up in the air, you know? I'm hoping that it does. It's been a while since we've had a killer kind of vanilla run. Killa Vanilla sounds like a sweet-ass, like, white rapper name from the 90s. In fact, it sounds so good that I'm pretty sure I stole it from, like, an original, well, not an original, let's be honest, but from someone else who already thought of it first. I was kind of guaranteeing that I'd get hit there. You know what? The Relic is an awesome pickup here. Could be better. We're not in the greatest position we've ever been in, for sure here. But it could be worse as well. Now, I want to get these guys going, and then on the way back, we did that, and I psyched them out. I played Stealth Bastard. I know how this works. You got to hit him in the refractory period, ladies. So let's make our way to the boss here. And in taking out this boss, this is not the right way to go to get to the boss. I think unless we're fighting someone very difficult, the Unicorn Horn should basically carry us through. Ideally, War at this point, because we'd want to have a chance at getting that 3rd level cube of meat. Now, I'm just trying to think about how things might shake out. Yes, I will use a bomb to get a Spirit Heart here. Let me think about this for a second. We picked up the rosary, so there should be Bibles in the shops, which I don't want, which is unfortunate. But we don't really have the money necessary to kind of facilitate that regardless, because we're not going to be able to buy another item from a shop in all likelihood. Alright, this is a very easy Loki fight. I might end up taking some damage still, but the odds of my death are pretty goddamn low at this point, I would say. Might be able to just get lucky and kind of tank him here. There we go. And we got to deal with the angel, actually. God knows that I want a Sacred Heart right here. That is the Miter. We're going to be... This could be one of those runs where I end up with a War of Attrition. But we still have one more floor left, so let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. And I say War of Attrition, meaning basically that I expect this could be one of those... Oh my god, he bumped into the... I dodged, like, well in advance, and then he bumped into the turret and changed his trajectory completely. That is such bull fucking shit. That I don't even want to talk about it. But this might be one of those runs where we manage to get a ton of Spirit Hearts, but we end up dying slowly over a period of quite a long time. So I'm going to be using Unicorn Horn as often as I can, assuming I get hit, which is, let's be honest here, it's pretty likely. You know, combined with the battery, I should be able to use it maybe once every 3, once every maybe even 2 rooms if things go particularly well/poorly. I don't want to use it to finish off this room, though, because I feel like this room is already half over. We might as well just... well, maybe I should, because I'm hemorrhaging Spirit Hearts, but, man, this is still, like, a pretty tough room at the end here. It just generates toughness. If this was an RPG, I would want to have this character in my party. Let's go to the right. It's Necropolis again, because God knows I can't catch a break. Now, we gotta kill these hearts. That is, like, even if I can only kill 1 heart... which is exactly how that shit went down, that had to happen. Otherwise, I was going to find myself in an incredibly difficult position because the masks make things fucking impossible. So let's go to the left here. I'm imagining that for us, the left contains nothing but sadness and despair. But again, on this most glorious of Mother's Days, all we need to do for me to be happy is to kill Mom, and maybe kill Mom's heart if we're feeling, oh, I didn't think it would come down that way. And again, he bounced off the turret, but this time, I was a little bit wiser to the whole operation, and managed to kind of rebuke him, if you will. And again, he's kind of unpredictable with these turrets. I don't know why I've never really thought or realized that bounce is really important until just now. We're really only looking for the item room. We've discovered the shop. Awesome. You know, Shackleton we are, but that's not Shackleton ER, although I feel like Shackleton ER is a dope idea for like a medical drama show, don't you think? Fuck Grey's Anatomy, man. Shackleton ER. In a world of barren ice, no hospitality awaits you except at Shackleton ER. It would take place in like the Canadian Arctic, like maybe north of Nunavut or something like that. It would star that one dude from Peace Walkers with Nicolas Cage, who is Canadian and plays like every single Aboriginal person in every Canadian movie of all time. You guys know, you Canadians out there know exactly what I'm talking about right now. He was also in Flags of Our Fathers. Anyway, let us destroy these guys. And yo, someone out there, I know there's somebody watching this. You might only have an internship, but somebody out there watching this works for the CDC. And if you could greenlight Shackleton ER, that would be amazing. Maybe it's like a children's medical drama, which is an untapped market if you ask me. And the like chief of medicine at the hospital is actually the ghost of Shackleton. Played by, let me think of a Canadian actor who would be great as the ghost of Shackleton. Perhaps played by a Colin Mockery type. I think it could be interesting. Colin Mockery, if you're listening to this, we are going to run a dope-ass pilot tomorrow. Filming starts tomorrow before this episode even goes up, because I don't want to make sure no one's sniping this idea. I'm going to get my people on the phone, and this is going to be good. Look for it. By the time this episode airs, you should already have a TV guide listing. How fucking old am I? The TV guide. A TV guide listing for your guide on your satellite television or Netflix should have Shackleton ER programmed into it. Tears up. That atones for the previous insolence that the game gave me with that tears down pill. I'm serious, man. I feel like Shackleton. If you don't watch Canadian TV, you have no idea how good of an approximation to what reality is than like what Shackleton ER. That was the most awkward phrasing. What I'm trying to say is Shackleton ER. It sounds silly, but it also sounds like exactly the same kind of show that could be on TV right now. Like right now, if you look at Canadian TV, there's shows like Arctic Air, which actually stars the dude from, was it Wind Talkers? I think it was called the Wind Talkers, but you know, if that's a mistake, then that makes me seem kind of offensive. Anyway, Peace Walkers, I think I called it first. That's Metal Gear Solid. But yeah, there's shows like Arctic Air, which is like, he's a pilot in a really cold area. There you go, man. Shackleton ER. Maybe they could have like crossover episodes. This has been like a 5-minute specking out of Shackleton ER. Let's be on the same page here. You're probably like, this sounds like a stupid idea for a show. You think I don't know that? I think Shackleton ER sounds like the most boring shit that has ever graced a television set in North America. But it'll play well with that like 40 to 65 crowd in Canada, man, and they buy Ford F-150s. So Colin Mockery is going to get the Ford guys on the phone. They're going to sponsor it. Maybe in Shackleton ER, they're like, the planes can't get here because he crashed. Mr. Windtalker crashed. But a Ford F-150 like comes up over the fjords. It's not really a fjord, but that's what I call an icy area, I guess. All right, I'm gonna stop talking because I'm getting a little bit non-ironically excited about Shackleton ER, and that makes me feel like a fucking idiot. But look for it coming this fall on the CBC, and you know what? If they won't pick it up, Global will have me. You know it. I'm sorry to be exclusionary here, Americans and other people from around the world that are not from North America. But you don't understand, man. This is a great idea. So, I'm getting screwed here. Not necessarily because the game is doing me wrong. Please be full health. Alright, puberty. Well, you know, everyone's got to go through it once, I guess. Things are not going superbly here, but we'll go down to the next floor, rehydrate a little bit, and hopefully get a new lease on life. There is no compass. There is no map. There is no joy here. There is only Zool and probably pain. The thing is, the unsung, perhaps under-considered element of this run is we do have Miter and we do have Relic. So if I can amass a nice little collection of Spirit Hearts, or you know, ideally a nice big-ish collection of Spirit Hearts, I can possibly run across a blood bank. I am running at half hearts right now. Like I'm at an odd number of hearts. That doesn't really make sense, but hopefully you know what I mean. Not a full, a non-integer number of hearts, which means, you know, I could get the Polaroid to give me permanent invincibility. It's a high-risk, perhaps zero reward strategy, beyond the sense of personal accomplishment that I would feel upon our successful journey. That being said, you know, stranger things have happened, probably, although, oh, that was so dumb! Although it's been a while since I've, you know, made something truly beautiful happen in The Binding of Isaac. I feel like Jared Leto came by and, you know, punched me in the face until I no longer resembled. And of course, there's the blood bank. What do you say, guys? You want to go fucking crazy? Let's go a little fucking crazy. Just one of these. Unicorn Horn's gonna be... we can play it more then. Maybe we'll get the health upgrade. We didn't. Nah, we didn't. But I did get the Unicorn Horn as a result of that. We're gonna go nuts here. We're gonna go seriously Gary Busey levels of crazy. I'm gonna wait to use the Unicorn Horn. Oh shit, I forgot he could do that. We're gonna wait to use the Unicorn Horn until slightly later. And actually, I think I botched this because I can't actually use the Polaroid in this situation to give me permanent invincibility, I think. Because... Okay, now's the Unicorn Horn time. Because, I mean, look at this. Like, we're at one full heart, which to me means... Oh, okay, that's pretty good that we just had that, and now the deal with the angel. But that to me means that when we played that blood bank, it took half of a red heart and half of a spirit heart, which is fucking stupid. Guardian Angel helps, but it is not what we need. We need Sacred Heart. As far as bad floors, that was a pretty good bad floor that we just went through. We took some damage, don't get me wrong. Things could have gone better there. But at the same time, they also could have gone much, much worse. And the fact that we continue to pick up Spirit Hearts at a fairly regular pace is something that is going to keep me alive, hopefully, as we go on these long journeys through Shackleton ER. I'm just telling you, it's still on the brain, man. Everyone in the comments is like, oh, shut up about Shackleton ER. Actually, the way I think about it right now is like everybody who's like, this is going to sound really offensive, but everyone under the age of like 16 who doesn't live in Canada is like, oh, shut up. But everyone over the age of 16 who lives in Canada is like, I get it, man. I've seen Heartland and Corner Gas. Anyway. Again, this is a Canadian commentary, man. You know when you, like, whatever. Let's just ignore that entire train of thought. It's gotten far too Canadian, and Brent Butt is going to be making a guest appearance tomorrow on the stream. That's probably not true. Maybe, you never know. Maybe we'll do a call-in show and he has something to say about docking. How long do you think it is until we see a stand-up comedian steal docking and then bring it up in his set, and then we have to get all like Louis C.K. on his ass? Actually, we kind of run this internet show where we may or may not have invented it. Really, nobody knows. Anyway, we reached several dead ends very early on. I love having a lot of uses of Unicorn Horn, because it means these cysts that I absolutely despise can basically just fuck off, and I like that a lot. I like being able to say that word. I like having a full health pill. I like getting a tears up pill, and I like when our chances are improved by you know, simply having a single room, which we didn't actually really have to fight in, which is great. We're gonna beat Mom's Heart. It's gonna be unlikely that we lose against Mom's Heart. It's gonna be very, very unlikely that we succeed beyond that. We have extenuating circumstances that are going to stop us. The biggest one is the fact that, simply put, we don't have enough. We don't have the right stuff. You know, this is like we're trying out for Pee Wee baseball. But, you know, we can't crack anything beyond, like, a pop fly or something like that, like an infield fly. You can tell my baseball knowledge is off the charts, right? But, the problem is, we're not going to get any more items for the rest of the game, too. I mean, it's oftentimes not stated as much as it should be, but kind of once you reach this point, unless you get really lucky with pills, or you have, like, Mom's bottle of pills, or, you know, deck of tarot cards, or you get really lucky with tarot cards, you're kind of stuck, aren't you? You're basically like, this is what I have, let's make it happen. If I can do it, great. If I can't, well, you know, it doesn't matter. This is what we have. So that's the position we're in right now. So the Cathedral is going to be particularly difficult for us. You know, not to spoil anything for you, but I'm pretty sure this Hanged Man card isn't going to do it for us. Neither is the Stars card, although the fact that it allows us to teleport is actually pretty valuable, and might actually be more valuable than... it's a crapshoot, but it might be more valuable. It might be substantially less valuable, but it might be more valuable than the... what was I going to say? The Hangman card. The Hangman card is like a set benefit for the most part, whereas I kind of feel like that Stars card could accidentally turn into an Emperor card, and we've kind of got to throw everything at the wall and see what sticks to make sure the spaghetti's done at this point. But whatever. Let's make it happen. I just want to get this over with so I can start specking out and making some phone calls to make Shackleton ER happen. You can't really call it Shackleton ER. Do you think there's a trademark on ER? I mean, I realize it's a real term, but, you know, Hollywood, man. You know, Hollywood. I don't know jack shit about Hollywood. I would love, there we go. I was gonna say I would love to have the unicorn horn ready here. And we do, kind of byproduct of the fact that I suck a little bit at the game. And you know, it's going well so far. If we didn't have if we didn't have battery and Nun's Habit, it would be going substantially worse. I don't feel good about that. I turned invisible there for a second, which is very strange. But we do have battery and Nun's Habit, so it kind of doesn't matter. And now I am losing Spirit Hearts at a calculable pace, but one that I don't like, that's for sure. Luckily, we're gaining them back. Again, War of Attrition. We have very much fallen into, not necessarily in a bad way. I mean, all the items that we have that have allowed me to sustain life, much appreciated. I sincerely am glad that you have basically put me into a position where I have a chance of victory, where otherwise all that would exist is tears and perhaps, you know, some root vegetables. I don't know why root vegetables are like always associated with despair for me. Maybe because of like their Eastern European connection. That sounds really offensive, but you know, Eastern Europe 20, 30, 40 years ago, parts of it at least had some problems. I don't mean to be offensive. There's a substantial economic recovery. Congratulations. But for that reason, potatoes and cabbage, I don't know, just strike me as kind of funny vegetables and vegetables associated with emotions in the way that no other vegetables really are. In my opinion, at least. Anyway, you know, I'm rambling in the weirdest way possible. Again, we have significant advantages for this fight. Again, we have rage. Well, we have range as well, but we also have rage. And this is not just a virus that turns people into zombies anymore. This is, in fact, a pretty good upgrade that I'm going to try to use when Mom throws bombs continuously. Although by that point, I might be wasting some of the benefit, but at the same time, if I can just kick these bombs in effectively, that was a not effective bomb right there. But if I can kick these bombs in effectively, or place them effectively, we're going to find ourselves in an absolutely, totally unassailable position, I guess, versus Mom's heart. After this, everything's going to fucking change. It's all going to go out the window. But for now, we are strong. I really should have used Unicorn Horn before that. Why do we turn invisible? I guess it's because the floor is red, and like the first color we become when we use Unicorn Horn is red. That's really weird. I've never noticed that before. And you'd think I would have, given the amount of times that, you know, Unicorn Horn is a vanilla item. It's been in the game for a long, long time. We're not in a great position right now. That much should be pretty clear. And we're going to kind of hope, but also not hope, that this Stars card ends up becoming a... Oh, it doesn't matter, I guess. Yeah, if it didn't take us to the boss, if it didn't function as an Emperor card straight away, well, it doesn't really matter, does it? We wouldn't have known because well, we would have known because we weren't fighting the boss. We wouldn't know where we are. And what effect it had on us, because we're unfortunately saddled with this, like, Curse of the Lost bullshit that is always a total pain in the ass. They should call it Curse of Pain in the Ass. By the way, thank you for those Spirit Heart upgrades there. We're gonna use some bombs, because we mostly need to get some kind of, like, tears speed attribute upgrade. Golden chests have not been Ooh. I was gonna say golden chests have not been particularly good to me. That was a total waste of a key. But we have 4 anyway, so it doesn't matter. Let's refresh a little bit quickly. Alright, this is a monumental moment here. I'm not saying we have a good chance of victory here, because our damage is pretty low, and we're not going to be able to start doing more damage, really. Oh, that's not good. Until the Angel Fetuses come out, and by that point, I want him to be fucking dead. I don't want to spend any time with the Angel Fetuses. What I will say is that every time we get hit, that's half of a Unicorn Horn, and every half of a Unicorn Horn means, you know, a little bit of extra damage done to him. Not a whole heck of a lot, as you can see, but, you know, and it's also, you know, the added benefit of having a period of invincibility there. We also will, because we're at half hearts here, we have a non-integer number of hearts. That means we will have the opportunity, I believe, to get 1 period of invincibility due to the Polaroid. So I think if we play our cards right, which mostly means just dodge and don't be an idiot, I think we have a chance at victory here, which is crazy because I died on the last run when I was so much stronger than this. I had Book of Belial, I was doing damage, I forget what else I had kind of going for me. And you know what, I don't even need to get hit twice to use Unicorn Horn. You might think I'm crazy to kill those guys instead of going after Isaac, but remember, that gave us extra rage, which is going to help us out a lot here. I do have Guardian Angel as well, which cannot be overstated, the positive effect of that. I think we're going to get through this okay. It's risky. If I can just survive long enough for 1 more hit to give us a Unicorn Horn, we should be okay. And, you know, that's going to rely on the battery. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, we're definitely going to get hit there. That's going to rely on the battery helping us out. Oh, there we go. We're in permanent invincibility due to the Polaroid. Then you pop Unicorn Horn. He'll die. We get the health. We're going down to the chest. I did not expect this to happen this way. Thankfully, it did. 4 chests Sacrificial Dagger. Could be worse. Common Cold, pretty good. Kamikaze, garbage. 10 extra bombs, not horrible. This is an above average haul on the chest. Common Cold in particular, that's going to be our number one pickup there. I still think our chances of winning overall are very, very low. The problem with Super Lust, man, and I'm just going to stand still because I think that Sacrificial Dagger will murder them. If not, I have a serious problem in my hands. But, oh, it's so close, it's so close. Common Cold, please. Please, Common Cold. Oh, God. Oh, that was so close. I think that might be a full health kill. It's not. Health down. Balls of Steel. Okay, that's fine. We get some invincibility. I forgot what I was going to mention earlier, but it's largely irrelevant. I still think we don't have a great chance. I think that's where I started going with that tangent. And I think that's fair to say. But again, stranger things have happened. What is this pill? Bad gas. Worth taking with us. Oh, I ran into him like an idiot. This is good, though. Like, every time I take damage, not only at this point does it give us Unicorn Horn, or half of a Unicorn Horn, but oh, that was bad dodging. But it also, there go our Spirit Hearts. Don't die on this room, that would be embarrassing. It also gives us a period of invincibility where we can run into people with Sacrificial Dagger, which will tear them up pretty good. We are in our boss room, so I kind of regret immediately using this Unicorn Horn. And this is gonna seem a little insane. Actually, no, now it's not. We got 2 Spirit Hearts there. We're gonna go for this. I don't think we have a good chance, but I think we have a better chance doing this than if I had tried to not bum rush it. So, you know, Sacrificial Dagger is going to be our ace in the hole here. I should really be dropping bombs around me as I go in for each of those attacks. Did you see the amount of bullshit there with that thing, like, homing in on us? That was insane. Like, those purple shots did, like, a dance of doom around us. This is going much better than I expected. We're fucked, don't get me wrong. We're going to lose. It's just a matter of time before we get to shine, in all likelihood. I just quote the Party of 5 opening song by accident there. Oh, don't get my hopes up just to let me down. Why do you build me up, blue baby, just to let me down and make me do another run, and there we go. I knew it was going to happen, but that was better than the last run, which was unexpected. In any case, thanks as always for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this kind of pair of vanilla runs. We got pretty further. Pair of vanilla runs. We got a pair of vanilla runs. What was the one that did crazy vanilla? The Thrilla vanilla? Anyway. As always, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this weird spec script of Shackleton ER. As always, continue suggesting your own challenge runs. I will do the ones that are most entertaining or appropriate. And again, as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.